Good evening, everyone. We have already completed our first lesson, that was adaptation. So we have seen the classification also. Now we will go for our second lesson, that is plants, the structure and function. So in this lesson we are going to study the structure of plant and what are the functions of various parts of plant. So basically we are familiar with plants. We can see them in our surrounding also. So we will start with our lesson. What help us to easily identify the parts? Sorry. What help us to easily identify the plants around us? Can you tell me what is the basic thing that you can say, Baba, this is a plant? Yes, you are knowing there are leaves, there is a stem, there are branches, you can see the flowers. So these are the basic characteristics of a plant. So which are the various parts of plant? Can you tell me which are the parts of plant? Are you familiar with them? Yes, the stem, the roots, the flowers, fruits, etc. So, the root, stem, leaves, flower, fruits, etc. of different plants are different. We cannot say they are one. Of different plants, we can see the size, the shape of the roots, of the stem, the leaves, flowers are totally different. We can identify plants with the help of these different characteristics. So for example, if I told you rose plant, there is a picture in front of your eyes. You are knowing how the rose plant is. If I told you about hibiscus, jaswanda, you are knowing how hibiscus plant is. So we can identify them by these different characteristics. Let us now acquaint ourselves with these plants organs in greater detail. So they have told us what? We are going to see more detail, or we are going to take more information about each and every part of this plant. So first thing we will start with the root, the main part of it. So they have told you one activity over here. Keep a moistened ball of a crumb paper in a conical flask. Place some soak mote beans, gram seeds in the flask. Mote beans means matki. You are going to keep them in the flask between the paper and a glass wall. Observe and note the changes in the seed in 2 or 3 days. If you wash the seeds of, if you wash these mote beans and if you keep them soaking in a water for a long period of time, you can see after few days there is you can see that they are sprouted. Something white color tiny part arises from them. So that tiny part which comes out is, we can say that it is sprouted, and sprouted ones are good for our health also. So the part that grows from inside the seed towards the soil is called as radicle. If you see in the picture over here, they have told you what, you can see the seed. The part of, two parts you can see, one is going down and one is going up. So the part which is going near the soil, which is going down, you can see it is called as a radicle. And you can see something is going up in green color. Yes, that is your later the plant which you are watching, which is above the soil. So radicle is later converted into the proper roots. Okay, so this radicle which is going down is getting converted into roots. So you can understand, or I will tell you one small trick to remember this. R and roots, you should understand. So the part which is going deep inside the soil, down inside the soil, is said to be as radicle, and the part of the seed which comes above the soil is called as plumule. You are going to term them as plumule and radicle. The root that forms from the radicle grows into the ground. That only I have just now told you. The roots which you can see coming from that radicle. So this radicle is later converted into roots that grows inside the ground. The root is thick near the ground and gradually tapers to the pointed end. If you observe any of the root, you can see it is little thick, it is little fat near the ground area. But as it goes down, it goes on decreasing. You can see it is getting little reduced. This part of the plant growing below the soil for support is called as root. So what will be the definition of root over here? The part of plant growing below the soil for support is called as root. Yes. The part of plant which is going or which is growing below the soil for support is called as root. Now, if you observe over here, roots, we are almost knowing them. There are two types of root which we have studied in 6th standard. One was the fibrous and another one was the taproot. Now you can see a orange color something over here. Yes, this is one image or this is one picture of the taproot. So what they have described over here, roots of some plants produce secondary roots, primary roots and secondary root. If you see this one, I'll just focus. You can see this part, the main one, that one is the primary root, and the branches which you can see over here, they are called as secondary roots. So from primary you can see the branches forming, so they are said to be as secondary roots. That grows obliquely and spread far and wide in the soil. That grows obliquely means it grows indirectly, or it grows in not in direct way, means there is no direction for it. It grows however it wants. So that roots grows inside the soil and spread far away from in the soil. So you can see the middle part which is straight is called as primary root, and whatever is coming and is being out of it is called as secondary root. So this type of root is called as taproot. So root bears hair-like processes near the root tips. If you can see over here in this picture only, you can see there are small hair-like structure. So that part which is been present, it is called as root hair. And what is the next part they have told? The root tip is delicate. If you can see the last part of the root, that is called as root tip. Now pen has the cap which protects the pen. Same way root also has a cap which covers the root from the injuries. Injuries means, for example, if some of the insects are present there, if there is some fault in the soil, so this root cap protects that root tip from these injuries. So you can see this everything present in the picture, and you can see the naming also. Now they have told you, take a glass jar and fill the 3/4 of it with a water. They have told you to take 2 glass jars and they have told you to fill it with the water. Place an onion on the mouth of the jar in such a way that its roots are downwards the water. You can see in the picture they have told you, keep the onion in such a way that roots are getting deep inside that water. And see after few days what will happen. After 8 days you can see something thread-like structure, hair-like structure been formed down, and it has been utilized. You can see the quantity of water also, it has been utilized it. So these hair-like structures are growing underneath, and that types of root which are thread-like or fiber-like are said to be as fibrous root. So thus there are two main types of root. One is taproot and another is fibrous root. These are not only the two, we are going to study more, so we will see them also. Dicotyledonous plants have tap roots while monocotyledonous plants have fibrous root. Now here there are two new concepts for you. One is dicotyledonous and another is monocotyledonous. Dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous means what? You have seen mango seed. तुम्हाला आंब्याचा बी माहितीच असेल. So you are knowing it is one single. Yes, so that one single seed is called to be as monocotyledonous. But what is dicotyledonous? Yes, have you seen cashew? Have you seen mook? Have you seen this moat, Miss Matki? If you see the seed of them is, if you crush it, you can see two parts of it. If you see mook also, you will see two parts of it joined together. If you see kaju, two seeds are combinedly joined forming one cashew. So when two parts are there, it is said to be as dicotyledonous. And if you see one single such as mango seed, they are said to be as monocotyledonous. So one thing they have given you for identification, dicotyledonous plants have tap roots. They are going deep inside the soil and they are firm. Whereas monocotyledonous plant, they have fibrous root. Okay, so we'll see on the next page. Plants like maize, sugarcane, sorghum have two types of root. The earlier part which I have just now escaped, you have seen there, it is same, like just to tell you how water is being utilized by these roots. Okay, so what I have told you, plants like maize, sugarcane, sorghum is also one type of a plant. They have two types of root. Some roots are underground, whereas some roots are just coming out of the stem above the soil. Have you observed sugarcane anytime? If you see, you can see in this picture given sideways, there are some roots, no, they are coming from the stem area. So that roots which are coming from the stem area above the soil are said to be as adventitious root. What are they called as? Yes, they are said to be as adventitious root. The latter are called as adventitious root. The latter means later. The later these roots are said to be as adventitious root. So plants like this sugarcane and all, they are having two types of root. One is growing underneath and one is growing above it. So that above which is growing near the stem area is said to be as adventitious root. Besides the normal function like absorption of water and minerals, anchoring and supporting the plants, roots perform some other functions also. So what are the main functions of a root? Yes, root functions are to support the plant, to anchor the plant. Anchor means to give all type of nutrients, take the nutrients from the soil and pass it to the remaining parts of plant. Absorption of water and minerals also. Along with these, roots also perform some different functions too. Roots show some modification to perform these additional functions. So these roots, there are some roots also which take some additional efforts to show these additional functions. So some examples of modified roots are aerial roots. Aerial root means you can see some plants are growing on the trees above the soil. For example, on mango tree you can see some of the different plants are growing on it. So that are aerial roots which are present in air. Stilt root means the prop roots. I will tell you what are the prop roots also. Runners like climbers and all. Breathing roots, they are also called as pneumatophores. Pneumatophores means the aerial roots which are specialized for gaseous exchange. Means you can see breathing roots, they are only used for the gaseous exchange. They are only doing that part. Okay. So just now what we have studied, we'll just recall. We have studied about the fibrous root, we have studied about the taproot, we have seen what are the primary roots, what are the secondary roots, the root cap, root tip, root hair, adventitious root, modified roots such as aerial roots, slit roots, runners, breathing roots, etc. Take some water in the glass jar, put a plantlet in it in such a way that its roots are deep in the water. Mark the level of water in the jar and add 5 ml of oil to the water. Record the water level on the next day. So if you observe in this picture, they have given you clearly, they have added some part of water and they have also added oil. If you see in the next picture, the level of water is decreased. Okay, so use your brain power. They have asked you few questions, just will answer them. What would have happened if plants like tamarind, banyan and mango had fibrous root? First thing, tap roots are going deep inside the soil, so they hold the soil very firm. And you are knowing banyan tree and tamarind, these are very strong trees, they live for long years. So we cannot, if fibrous roots are there, there are less chances of these trees to survive more. So these trees would have died in few years itself. What will happen if the root tip is injured? If root tip is injured, the part like absorption of minerals and water which is done by the root tip will be function, and it will function, but it will not function that smoothly. So it will be delayed for a period of time. Which type of roots do fenugreek, spinach and onion plants have? Obviously now onion is having the fibrous root, so these plants will be also consisting of fibrous root. Now have you observed the banyan tree? You can see over here, sorry. You can see here the banyan tree present here. You can see the roots are coming from upwards and they are coming near the ground. If you have observed the banyan tree, वडाचं झाड जर तुम्ही कधी बघितलं असेल, you can see the roots are coming from up and they are coming near the ground area. So roots emerging from the trunk and the branches of a banyan tree grow towards the soil, and these types of roots are called as prop roots. I have just now told you, I will tell you what are prop roots are. Prop roots and cleat roots are the same. What could be the use of these prop roots? In the beginning, the banyan trees has very few prop roots. Earlier, long years ago, these banyan trees were consisting of very less prop roots. But later on, the number increased. And it appears to be like a small forest. In one tree only, you can see so much of roots coming down. So you might think of this is one small forest. In Kolkata, 250 years old banyan tree in Indian Botanical Garden covers a very large area. You should imagine just 250 years old banyan tree. We are supposed to take birth our things for 4 times to see this, but it is present from 250 years ago. It is covering the largest area in the Indian Botanical Garden. It is supported by thousands of prop roots. Is there any of such tree in your neighborhood? Just go search. Can you see some of the trees like this in your neighbor? So, if so, see how the prop roots are coming from up to down. So, here we will stop now. We will see the next part later. Thank you.